Good morning, Arizona. It is 6 o'clock on the nose, a holiday Monday for lots of people. And there are lots of people who do have to go to work this morning. And boy, the weather is sure going to cooperate no matter what you have to do this week. It sure
is. We are well back into the 70s later this week.
Yeah.
It is going to be just terrific around here. There has been very little winter to speak of.
I know. And you know what? I haven't heard many complaints about that.
Yeah, no complaints at all.
Yeah, we're going to be complaining come fire season, that's for sure. But right now, I think everyone's excited about the warm weather and the fact that it's going to stay dry again for another week. We got a little snow in the high country over the weekend. That storm has moved out. We'll get a little cloud cover later today from that system you see moving across California, but still we'll warm it up nicely. We start off fairly cool in the 40s. We'll warm it up to about 70 today, mostly sunny, but those high clouds you see, those are going to start increasing by the afternoon and evening hours. Still, we'll stay in the 60s for most of your evening. Again, big warm up coming our way this week. Stick around. I've got a full 7-day forecast coming up.
Okay, thank you very much. We do want to turn now to Gina Maravilla for a look at that morning commute. How we doing?
Well, you know, I'm expecting holiday light today, but you know, already we have a busier than normal week or day. A couple of accidents to give you a heads up on. I-10 westbound at the 202 Santan Freeway. I was scanning the cameras in that area, and that accident not slowing anybody down. So a little good news there. Also, US 60 westbound at the 101. And if I bring you to the Northeast Valley, the 101 northbound at Raintree, a broken down car is off to the left, and then on the 101 eastbound at Cave Creek, we've got a report of debris in the roadway there.
All right, Gina, thank you very much. Well, over the weekend, a huge political bombshell here in our state after a prominent sheriff was accused of threatening an ex-lover.
Yeah, Pinal County Sheriff Paul Babu has denied any wrongdoing. He did that in a news conference over the weekend. Javier joins us with more on whether this story could have any lasting effects. Javi.
Yeah, good morning. Now, we're talking about Pinal County Sheriff Paul Babu, who rose to prominence based on his strong stance against illegal immigration. Well, the New Times reported the sheriff threatened his ex-lover with deportation if he went public about their relationship. In a news conference, the sheriff admitted he did have a relationship with a gentleman named Jose, however, denied ever making any threats. In fact, went as far as saying he doesn't even have the power to deport anyone. But according to that article, Jose, who once helped Babu with his web and social media sites, started posting unfavorable things about the sheriff after he found out that he was cheated on, and that's when things kind of turned sour. The sheriff's lawyers allegedly asked for the passwords to those sites and wanted Jose to agree to a cease and desist order. Now, when Jose would not comply, the New Times reports, that's when the harassment and threats started.
In his view, and based on what Babu told him, they had a monogamous relationship, but he found out that that wasn't true, and yeah, he was hurt by that. But the point here was that he was also afraid. And that's when he went to his attorney.
Sheriff Babu again denies any wrongdoing. He says he will not resign as sheriff and will not suspend his congressional campaign. However, some political experts think these accusations might derail that campaign. Coming up at 7 o'clock, we will talk more with the writer of this story to get further details on how they came about this story, how much fact-checking they did, and what they think about all this fallout. That's coming up in the 7 o'clock.
I'm interested in that interview because, you know, I mean, you can always find an ex that maybe doesn't have kind things to say about you, no matter who you are.
You know, and I think that is really what a lot of people are saying. I mean, unfortunately, we've all had exes, and when the relationships don't end well, some people are scorned. But I asked her that specific question, and that was the response that you got. Was he a scorned ex-lover, or were there actual threats? And she says that they have the documents to back that up. So we will talk further with her at 7 o'clock.
All right, Javier, thank you very much. Well, these allegations are not keeping Babu from continuing to pursue his political ambitions. In fact, he says not only will he not resign as sheriff, but he will continue his run for the congressional seat for Arizona's 4th District. Now, he still has his supporters like Senator John McCain, and Babu appeared in one of McCain's re-election ads. That was back in 2010. Well, on Sunday mornings this week on ABC, McCain defended Babu.
Sheriff Babiou is a friend of mine. I do not know the details except what has been published in the media, and I'm sure there will be a thorough and complete investigation if there is any allegations of wrongdoing. All I can say is that he also deserves the benefit, as every citizen does, of innocence until proven guilty. But I appreciate the support that he gave me in my campaign and always will.
McCain went on to say he is waiting to learn more about what happened before making any judgments.
A plea deal has been struck in the Fiesta Bowl financial scandal. Spokesperson for Arizona's AG says the former head of the bowl, John Junker, will appear in court tomorrow, and sources say that he will plead guilty to a felony charge. Junker's attorney says his client faced up to 2.5 years in prison but could get probation. Junker is accused of financial misconduct and questionable contributions to political campaigns using Fiesta Bowl money. Well, the former COO of the Fiesta Bowl also facing indictment. Natalie Wisniewski is facing charges for allegedly asking for campaign contributions from bowl employees and then arranging for the bowl to repay those people. She is not expected to enter a plea tomorrow. However, attorneys on both sides are scheduled to give a briefing to the judge on Wednesday. The trial is scheduled to get underway next month.
Well, it is down to 7 finalists in the running to be the next Phoenix police chief. 2 already work for the department, Acting Chief Joe Yonner and Assistant Chief Kevin Robinson. The remaining finalists are from out of state, and the Phoenix City Manager is expected to make a decision on this next month. Hundreds of Phoenix police officers could be using bulletproof vests that are not safe, so they're being asked to turn in those vests. Back in November, a bullet passed through an officer's vest, hitting him in the stomach, and the department ran ballistic tests on the vest, and it did fail. Well, the vests were approved by the National Institute of Justice and were designed to withstand 40 caliber bullets, but tests showed otherwise. The Phoenix-based company that made the Kevlar vests, or I should say Kevlar vests, is no longer operating.
Well, if you live in Mesa and have an unregistered home alarm system, you could start facing some pretty hefty fines. Right now, when police respond to false alarms, they only fine owners who get an alarm permit from police. But Mesa officials estimate 40% of security system owners are not registered. The new plan would start fines at $50 and go up to $400 for repeat offenders. If you drive in Gilbert near the Santan Mall, there's a new traffic light that could throw you off a bit. It's a flashing yellow turn signal at Santan Village Parkway at the Loop 202 interchange. The flashing yellow light means you're supposed to yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. City officials say the goal is to reduce the number of left turn collisions. The light expected to become active on Wednesday. And catching a cab at Sky Harbor could soon set you back a little bit more. Phoenix City Council expected to approve a rate increase for cab fares from Sky Harbor by 20 cents a mile. So that would bring the new rate to $2.30 for every mile driven after the first mile. The City Council will discuss that issue next month. Getting pretty expensive.
Oh, it is. I know. Well, coming up here on Good Morning Arizona, that deadly avalanche out of the state of Washington. We have more on the force of nature that swallowed dozens of skiers there.
Plus, a couple of gorillas get loose at one zoo in Kansas City, and you don't want to miss this one.
If you want to know who the next president will be, you might try taking a good look at what's happening on Wall Street. I'll tell you why coming up in this morning's Bloomberg Business Report.
Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, wild ones, wild ones. Oh, like crazy, foolish, stupid, how they going wild, fist pumping music, I might lose it, glass to the roof, how we lose it, lose it, lose it. I don't care tonight, she don't care, we like almost there, the right vibe, ready to get live, ain't no surprise, take me so high, jumping those dives, surfing the crowd. Oh, said I gotta be the man, I'm the head of my band, mic check 1, 2.
A Valley City is paying people to get rid of water-guzzling vegetation in their yards. So one man installed fake turf. But why would he have gotten more green back if he put in real plants? 3 on Your Side asks if this plan really saves the city water and money. Today at 5:30 on 3 TV.
Need an electrician? Call family-owned Tappan Sons Electric. Got a light that doesn't light? Or a switch that doesn't switch? Tappan Sons provides quality workmanship and has for nearly 50 years. Call Tappan Sons Electric now and get $50 off your service call.
And one of the best things about State Farm is our accessibility.
Oh, yeah?
You can call us 24/7, get quotes online, start a claim with our smartphone app. You name it, we're here, anytime, anywhere, any way you want it.
That's the way I need it.
Any way you want it.
All night?
All night.
Every night?
Any way you want it.
That's the way I need it. We just had ourselves a little journey moment there.
Yep.
Saw him in 83 in Fresno. Place was crawling with chicks. I gotta go.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Efficient dynamics means a lighter chassis, which means less this. And it means tires with reduced resistance, which also means less this. And it means brake energy regeneration, which means less this. But all of it means just as much this. The all-new 3 Series with Ultimate Service. Pay for nothing except gas and tires. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
Today at the Room Store, 9 till 9, save up to 75%. Buy any room over $1,000, get a 40-inch flat screen free. Any room over $2,000, a 51-inch flat screen free. Or any room over $3,000, get a 55-inch flat screen free or a 60-inch for only $199. Save on these rocker recliners, only $197. This pine mansion bed, only $297. This wood-trimmed sofa, only $397. This super suede reclining sofa, only $597. Or this pillowback sectional, only $697 on sale. Today till 9.
At the Room Store.
Don't miss it.
Do your lights dim every time you use your microwave? It's time to call Tappan Sons Electric. Family owned and in business for nearly 50 years, Tappan Sons provides quality workmanship, on time and on budget. Call Tappan Sons Electric today and get $50 off your service call.
Inside Whitney Houston's funeral. Next Inside Edition, the Titans of Entertainment pay homage to the fallen star. Watch the next Inside Edition, today at 4 on 3TV.
12 minutes past the hour, 3 people are dead after an avalanche rolled over nearly a dozen skiers at a ski resort in the state of Washington. Now, the avalanche swept some as far as 2,000 feet down a canyon. This was in the Cascade Mountains outside of Seattle Sunday. Authorities say all the skiers wore those avalanche beacons.
I've been told that they had all of the right gear. They're very experienced. Nature happened.
Well, the skiers were all in an out-of-bounds area, but the area was not closed. That region had been hit with heavy snow over the weekend, I believe 19 inches. And authorities say the Northwest Avalanche Center did warn of a very high avalanche danger. 2 pilots are in the hospital this morning after a small plane clipped a helicopter in the air over Northern California. A 6-seat Beechcraft Bonanza plane clipped the helicopter Sunday evening. This was between Oakland and Sacramento. It forced both aircrafts to make emergency landings. The 2 pilots suffered minor injuries. There's no word yet on what may have caused that accident. Well, check this out. It was all caught on camera. A guy from Massachusetts runs into that burning home right there and saves 2 people inside. You can see that smoke there. And that man running across that parking lot with almost no hesitation. He runs inside the burning home and helps 2 guys make it out safely. The family says they are very thankful about that Good Samaritan. He's saying he's not a hero, just a guy who wanted to help. A music icon has been laid to rest. Whitney Houston was buried next to her father over the weekend at a cemetery in New Jersey. Well, fans gathered in several places along the route to see the motorcade. The burial came after Saturday's star-studded invitation-only funeral service at the church in Newark, where Houston sang in the choir as a child. She was found dead February 11th in a Beverly Hills hotel room. She was just 48 years old. Toxicology results are still pending in this case. Elizabeth Smart, the Utah woman who made headlines after she was kidnapped as a teenager, is now starting a new chapter in her life. She's a newlywed. The 24-year-old got married over the weekend in a small ceremony in Hawaii, and her father says the family is just thrilled. You might remember back in 2002, she was kidnapped at the age of 14 and held hostage for 9 months. Her abductor is now serving life in prison for kidnapping and assault. Well, boy, there's some monkey business at the Kansas City Zoo lately. Officials say 2 gorillas who escaped from their habitat are now finally back in their quarters. How freaky is this? The 400-pound gorillas escaped over the weekend when a doorway separating their holding area from the keeper's area was apparently left unlatched. Fortunately for the workers, the gorillas were more interested in looking around the building than causing any trouble. Well, it gave the workers some time to scramble up a ladder to get safe and out of harm's way. And zookeepers used hoses to convince the gorillas to go back to where they should be inside their habitat, and they say nobody was ever in danger. That's really kind of a miracle.
That's insane.
That everybody ended up okay, right?
That is so scary.
No kidding. I mean, if you saw that, I would be so gone.
How big and fast those animals are. Incredible. Wow. All right, well, we've got some great weather. Maybe you're thinking about heading out to the Phoenix Zoo today. I know a lot of folks have got the day off, and it looks like it'll be a great day for doing anything outside. We're between two storms right now. Yesterday's has already moved off, and today we'll see lots of sunshine and some nice warm temperatures. Temperatures that are about average for this time of year. This morning, it's a little cool. 39 at Mesa right now, 43 at Chandler and Gilbert, 42 at Tempe, and also 42 to start your day at Scottsdale and the Ahwatukee foothills. 50 downtown and 45 at Deer Valley, 44 right now at Glendale. Further into the West Valley, we've got 43 at Surprise, 45 at Goodyear and Buckeye, and 42 right now at Litchfield Park. That storm system moves away. Another one is moving down the coast of California, but we're forecasting the track of this to go a little further to the south of Arizona, so we'll get some clouds from this later this afternoon and this evening, but we're not forecasting any rain or snow. Meanwhile, storms continue to pummel the Pacific Northwest. We talked about those avalanches. They did get almost 20 inches within 24 hours, but over the last couple of days, they've gotten about 35 inches total. Just amazing. Over the weekend from our wimpy little winter storm, we got less than an inch in Flagstaff. So some fresh snow on the ground, probably a little bit more up at the ski resorts in northern and eastern Arizona. This afternoon, again, no snow, no rain in your forecast. Sunshine in mid-60s for Tucson, 64 today for Tucson and 65 in Nogales, 60 at Safford and 42 this afternoon at Pine Top, upper 40s at Winslow and Page, 38 at Window Rock. A little cool in the high country, but lots of sunshine. Still would be a nice day to head up to the Grand Canyon. 39 at the South Rim and Flagstaff for your high, 51 at Prescott and 57 in Kingman. Upper 60s at Lake Havasu, 73 your high today at Yuma, 70 for the Valley. Just about a degree or two below average for this time of year, but we're going to climb from there. Tonight, partly cloudy and overnight lows in the 40s. Then tomorrow we take it to 73, mostly sunny or completely sunny days all the rest of this week ahead, and warmer as well. We'll be in the mid-70s by the middle of the week, and as we head into the weekend, we'll even head into the upper 70s before cooling down just a bit for Sunday.
Happy President's Day to you. Time now is 6:17. A check of your traffic. I'm actually expecting holiday light today. In fact, if we go out to Scottsdale, the Loop 101 in Indian Bend, it is light right now, not only here on the 101, but all over. The good news is if you do have to head to work on this holiday, things will likely be nice and light out there. I'm keeping an eye on the conditions. But, you know, April said the weather was great today. Take a look at this. Salt River Fields, where the D-backs will be practicing starting this afternoon at 1 o'clock. I'm expecting a little bit of a traffic jam here, but if you want to head out, you can see they already have the lights on, probably prepping the field for the players.
18 minutes past the hour. Investors on Wall Street have the day off, but on this President's Day, we ask, how big of an impact does the presidential election have on the economy? Well, Bloomberg's Deborah Costrin has that story from New York.
Good morning. With all the different things people are looking at, trying to figure out who America's next president will be, you might want to drop all the other statistics and political opinions and just look at the stock market. A new study out from investment guru Robert Prechter and some other well-known brains say, forget about those political platforms and even the economy and job creation. Their study says the best single predictor of the presidential re-election results is the percentage change in the stock market in the 3 years preceding Election Day. And they say they studied every presidential campaign going all the way back to George Washington's successful bid of 1792. And that may mean that President Obama will win re-election because right now the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 60% from its March 2009 low. All right, when Wall Street opens back up tomorrow, investors, of course, will be watching the latest on Greece. And on top of that, reports on home sales. And are you sure you know where your car is? President's Day is one of the holidays that thieves target, according to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, with almost 2,000 cars reported stolen on President's Day last year, almost as many as on Christmas Eve. The busiest day for car thieves, according to the Bureau, is New Year's Day. Memorial Day is number 2. That's business at the New York Stock Exchange. I'm Deborah Costrin with the Bloomberg Business Report.
All right, Deborah, thank you very much. Well, still ahead here on Good Morning Arizona. The Republican race for the presidential nomination has almost made it to the Valley. We'll talk about all it takes to get that set up. And then, was it ever a great night for fans of the Phoenix Suns? We have highlights from their big matchup against the Lakers. Good Morning Arizona continues right after this.
Nash, wingman, Dudley.
Good Morning Arizona is brought to you by Sleep America, where America goes to sleep.
$369. During Sleep America's President's Day sale, get extra savings on this comfy queen mattress set for just $369. But only until President's Day and only at Sleep America.
It's the biggest 4 days in all of Arizona. Don't miss Hyundai's red, white, and blue President's Day sale. Sonatas, Elantras, Accents, Tucson, Santa Fe's, Genesis, and more. All special event priced. Shop 4 models with up to 40 MPG highway. Shop the North American Car of the Year. All from the fastest growing automotive brand in the world. During this event, Hyundai sedans start at just $169 a month, or a Hyundai CUV for as little as $259 a month. It's 4 days only, and only at your Valley Hyundai dealers. Hurry, it all ends President's Day Monday night.
You can stop your hair from thinning and grow thicker, fuller hair without surgery.
I'm Steve Seeger for Nuvera Hair Growth Therapy. Nuvera's proven system uses advanced laser technology to help both men and women stop hair loss, keep the hair you have, and stimulate thicker hair growth. Call Nuvera to arrange a free, private consultation, or learn more by visiting us online at nuvera.com.
Nuvera Hair Growth Therapy. Regrow your hair. Regain your confidence.
You've dreamed about it, sacrificed for it, and now everything's coming together with a little help from Dex. At DexKnows.com or in the book, Dex can help you get results fast, then deliver the best local advice so you can get it done right here, right now.
Have you opened yet?
We just did.
Dex, results for the here and now.
Still haven't replaced that old water heater? Don't wait until this happens to you. If your water heater is more than 10 years old, it's time to replace it. Hundreds of water heaters burst every day in the valley, so now's the time to call George Brazil. He just received a trainload full of water heaters. This means big discounts on your next water heater. We even challenge you to compare with Home Depot and Sears to see how much you'll save with George. Call George Brazil today for big savings on your water heater.
When you're hurt in a car wreck, you have plenty of questions. How do I get medical treatment? My car fixed? How much is my case worth? Don't let the insurance company answer these questions for you. You need an attorney with all the answers.
Murder and rope is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
More people are leaving BMW, Mercedes, and Lexus for Audi than ever before. For exceptional values on the Audi A4, visit your local dealer today.
Sports on this Monday. Suns fans had big-time reason to celebrate downtown at U.S. Airways Center last night. They snagged a big win against their old rivals, the L.A. Lakers. So let's get to the first half, show you what happened. And there's Kobe ready to rock and roll. Jared Dudley blocks Bynum, and Gasol is going to get the rebound and then loses it right here. Nash is going to end up with it, and he'll find Dudley for the reverse layup. Nice play, no doubt about it. Kobe can't believe it, giving Gasol some business during the timeout. Second half now, Nash with a nice pass to Gortat for the layup inside. Watch this. Sweet behind the back. 14 assists on the night for the veteran. Fourth period, Kobe finds himself on the wrong end of the Suns defense when Shannon Brown gets in his face and strips the ball. Michael Redd takes it to the hoop. Suns win it 102-90. Kobe had 32. Suns home again tonight taking on the Wizards. Well, after snapping a 7-game winning streak to New Orleans, Jeremy Lin and the Knicks rebounded last night against the reigning champs, the Mavs. 34 points in this one for Dirk Nowitzki, who led the Mavs in scoring. There was a 3-ball by Lin, and Lin's sanity is back, leading the Knicks to a 104-97 win, 28 points and 14 assists for Lynn. All right, in a related story, ESPN doing some damage control this morning after a controversial headline about Lynn over the weekend. ESPN ran a story with a headline that used a derogatory term offensive to some folks. And Twitter went wild, flagging the insensitive comment. ESPN has since apologized. The headline writer has been fired, and an ESPN news anchor has been suspended. Jeremy Lin himself doesn't think it was intentional.
I don't think it was, on purpose or whatever. But at the same time, they've apologized, and so from my end, I don't care anymore. It's, I've had to learn to forgive, and I don't even think that was intentional, or hopefully not.
All right, let's move on to hockey. Give it up for the Coyotes, who just keep on keeping on. They beat the Dallas Stars Saturday on Military Appreciation Night, so they're off until tomorrow night when the Kings come to town. The Coyotes are in a good spot to make the playoffs right now, and they're just 2 points back of the Sharks for first place, and that would, of course, guarantee better seeding during the postseason. And spring training is here. Diamondbacks pitchers and catchers report to the Salt River Fields at Talking Stick. Yesterday, their first workout for the Diamondbacks scheduled for 1 o'clock today, and those workouts are open to the public. And then on the 25th, position players will report. Spring training games begin on March 3rd. The first day is a split squad day, half the team at the Giants, the other half with the Rockies, and all this leads up to opening day on April 6th against the Giants, and Yetta is going to be out at Salt River Fields a little later this morning. All right, much more coming up on Good Morning Arizona. We're going to tell you about one Valley teen getting ready for a trip to the White House, plus how the Valley is getting ready for the GOP presidential nominees with their big-time visit to Arizona. Got all the details on this week's debate.
And how about a vote for nice light traffic on this holiday? You may get just that.
And temperatures are in the 30s and 40s as you head out, but we'll be in the low 60s by lunchtime. Afternoon high of 70 today, mostly sunny skies. Full forecast up next.
Scanning the Arizona desert. Trust the forecasters. Accurate rain or shine. Only on 3TV.
What happened when Toyota owners compared their cars to a Chevy Malibu?
This car is pretty amazing.
Well, I really like the OnStar service.
This is good. This is a great step in the right direction.
Would you trade your Camry for it?
I would. I really like it.
We dare you to compare your car to a 2012 Malibu, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy 4 years in a row. Celebrate President's Day. Get 0% financing for 60 months plus $500 bonus cash on the 2012 Malibu. See your Valley Chevy dealer or visit valleychevy.com.
Do you think you have a bunion? A bunion is a painful, bony bump on the side of the big toe that may only be removed through surgery. We are currently enrolling adults in a research study of an investigational pain medication following bunion removal. Qualified adults must be available for 3 overnight stays and may receive bunion surgery at no cost, plus compensation up to $1,300. Call toll-free 1-866-980-5454, 1-866-980-5454.
What will your child grow up to be? A best-selling author? A scientific innovator? A teacher? Or will he or she finish school like too many Arizona graduates, unprepared for college and a career? It's up to you. It begins with your high expectations and what you help them achieve today. Prepare your student for success every step of the way. Learn more at expectmorearizona.org.
I'm not sure that's the way we should go. Christina, your thoughts?
Oh, this is really Steve's baby.
Well, Christina did all the research, so I'll defer to her.
Christina?
Okay, well, we really need to remember and drop call.
The simple joy of breakfast made right, like the savory sausage McMuffin with egg. Right now, get 2 for just $3.33, only at McDonald's.
Genius.
Limited time only. Price of single item posted on menu board.
Let me get that door for you.
I loved my first car.
Sometimes the door gets stuck.
Oh, sure. Oh.
And then I didn't. So I got a car I can love a really, really long time.
For the road ahead, the all-new Subaru Impreza. Experience love that lasts.
Welcome back to Good Morning Arizona. Look at that beautiful sunrise, a little sliver of the moon to go with it. 47 degrees is where we start you off on this President's Day morning. We're going to warm it up to 70 this afternoon. We're going to hang on to those mostly sunny skies. Should be a gorgeous day ahead. Should be a gorgeous week ahead. I'll tell you all about it coming up in that full forecast.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's not bad living here in the Valley of the Sun.
This time of year, exactly.
Sure is.
Right? We need to remember these days when we're complaining, you know, when it's 150 degrees out.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you so much. We do want to check in with Gina Maravilla for a look at that morning commute on this holiday.
Yes, good morning. I'm expecting holiday light. So far we're seeing it, but we do have a problem out there at the I-10 and US 60 transition, one of the busiest spots in all our morning commute. Can you see this here? It's dark, so I wanted to use the telestrator to show you what I'm watching there. We've got an accident, and it's off the I-10. The good news is it's off to the right, but just to give you a reference, these folks are coming up from Ahwatukee on that I-10. These folks rounding the corner from Tempe on the US 60. So this guy here, again, not blocking anything, but just watch out as you head up from Ahwatukee or in from Tempe.
Preparations already underway as the Valley gets ready to play host to possibly the last GOP presidential debate before Super Tuesday. And Ryan O'Donnell is live in Mesa where it's all going to go down. Ryan, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Scott. The debate is going to be held here right behind me at the Mesa Arts Center in downtown Mesa. In fact, you can see a lot of the banners have already been put up to talk about and promote the debate. Also around the center here, we saw these signs that you see here that say about different closures. This one talking about Maine being closed. That's what we're next to right here. Also that the center itself will be closed on Wednesday as well for security reasons. Now on Wednesday, all 4 GOP candidates will be in the Valley participating in a nationally televised debate. It'll be the first time these guys have gotten together since the end of January and possibly the last major debate before a Republican candidate is chosen to run for president. Here's a tidbit. The Mesa Arts Center here was chosen over the Orpheum Theater in downtown Phoenix, the Phoenix Convention Center, and Gmaz Auditorium at ASU. Before the debate, Rick Santorum will be in town speaking at the Shrine Auditorium on Tuesday. Also, Ron Paul, he's slated for a visit ahead of time. He'll be in Mesa on the 22nd for a breakfast and lunch fundraiser at the Hilton. Again, this big debate here is on Wednesday, and even though it's being held here at the Mesa Arts Center, it is sponsored by the Republican Party. There are no tickets for sale, but you still might be able to find a seat if you get in touch with the Republican Party. If not, viewing areas will be set up. In fact, just on to the left of me here on the other side of the center, a couple of tents have been set up there for viewing areas for those who want to still be kind of part of the action, but just not inside when the whole debate takes place on Wednesday. Now, it's believed that 10 to 15 million people, Scott, will be watching this thing either on the internet, through TV, or even down here in downtown Mesa. Back to you.
It is going to be a big week. You better rest that voice of yours, Ryan.
Yeah.
All right. Just a reminder, we will air the debate live right here on 3 TV starting at 6 p.m. Wednesday, and we'll also stream it online at azfamily.com. And don't forget, Arizona's presidential preference election is Tuesday, February 28th.
Well, new this morning for you, surprise police need your help to find a missing elderly man. We have his description here. That's Timothy DeWald. He was last seen Sunday afternoon at his home on West Bell Road. The 67-year-old being described as approximately 6'1", weighing 240 pounds, and he was last seen wearing a light blue windbreaker, a white t-shirt, blue jeans, and light-colored Velcro-style shoes. He might be carrying a dark brown leather briefcase as well, and if you know anything, you are urged to call police. Investigators are still trying to figure out why a house exploded southeast of the valley. We're showing you this. It's damage left behind of that Santan Valley home. The homeowner is suffering from severe burns all over his body and is fighting for his life right now. We're told any evidence of drugs would have been destroyed in that fire. A natural gas leak is certainly a possibility as well. But since 2001, Pinal County Sheriff's deputies have been to that house 45 times, they say, for a variety of issues.
The search continues today for the man who drove his car right into a Phoenix bus stop last week. 3 people who all work at the Value Village were hit near 67th Avenue and Indian School. 38-year-old Letitia Taylor was one of them. She suffered a fracture and some bruises. Her co-workers were also hurt, but they are recovering.
Sitting up there chatting about work, and it just happened. Everything happened. Just turn yourself in. It might not be as bad as you think it's going to be.
And police believe the man was behind the wheel of a white Hyundai Santa Fe with a license plate ARV 4480. So if you have any information on that vehicle, contact police. And a young man is in the hospital at this hour after getting hit by a light rail train following a dare. This happened Saturday night at 51st Street and Washington. Police tell us his friends said they didn't think he could run across the tracks in front of the oncoming light rail train. 28-year-old made it across safely once, but tripped coming back and was hit by the train, and he is in critical condition. Investigators say alcohol was involved.
6:36 now. A former teacher in Yavapai County is facing 11 counts of exploitation of a minor. That is after investigators find possible child porn on his computer. Randy Young has been under investigation, accused of having an inappropriate relationship with a student. Well, staff at Cottonwood's American Heritage Academy thought there would be proof of the relationship on his computer. Instead, we're told detectives found 11 images of children under the age of 15 in various sexual situations. Young says he didn't believe the images portrayed underage children. The man accused of forcing his grandkids to go on 2 grueling hikes at the Grand Canyon is back in court this week. Christopher Carlson facing 6 felony child abuse counts, and prosecutors say he deprived his 3 grandsons of food and water and pushed, choked, and kicked them. The hikes that day, well, they were in triple-digit heat. I think that the thermometer went all the way up to 108. That was in August. So far, he has pleaded not guilty.
All right, an 8-year-old from Peoria is working to make life a little bit sweeter for kids with cancer. For the 4th year in a row, PJ Bartos will set up his lemonade stand in the memory of a cancer victim named Alexandra Scott. During last year's event, PJ told us he was inspired by Alex when he was just 3, and now he's just doing what he can to help out. And PJ will be outside the Trilogy Golf Club from 8 o'clock this morning until 4 this afternoon. He plans to hold fundraisers every year with the goal of raising $50,000 by the time he graduates high school. So far, he's raised more than $6,000. Way to go.
Yeah, he's certainly off to a good start, huh? Well, one Valley teenager getting a pretty special honor this week. He's going to share his story with the White House. Emory Miller will meet with the Obama administration Friday to discuss the impact of heart disease and how it has affected his life. He's 13 years old. He was born with congenital heart defects, and he was chosen by the American Heart Association to participate in the community leader briefings there in our nation's capital. Good for him.
Oh my gosh, no kidding. Hey, coming up next, spring training is here. We're going to meet up with Yetta. She's out at the Salt River Fields with glove in hand.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe on hand.
Right. This should get really interesting. Plus, we'll tell you how one guy survived being trapped in his car for longer than a month, April.
Wow. All right, well, we've got very warm weather coming our way. 70 today for your President's Day, 73 tomorrow, and how about 75 by Wednesday? Yeah, perfect for spring training. I've got your full forecast coming up.
Today's weather report is brought to you by your Arizona Ford dealers.
It's just down the street, the place where your friends all meet. Play your favorite game.
Find sweet surprises with the Golden Ticket. Be one of the 2 lucky winners each hour to win up to $10,000 in cash from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays in February.
It's my place to play.
Your place to play, minutes away. The Quiver Casino. Your place to play, just minutes away. West Valley's the Quiver Casino.
An exclusive automatic locking rear differential, and a 5.3-liter V8. Introducing the 2012 GMC Sierra Z85 with chrome. Lots and lots of chrome. It's our best-looking Sierra ever. Celebrate President's Day and trade up to the 2012 GMC Sierra Z85 and use your package discount to get a total value of $5,000. See your Valley GMC dealers.
If I'm elected your class president. Anna. Yeah? Over here.
When you need to work faster.
Awesome. The polling results are in.
And stream faster.
You're getting big numbers from the playground. Hi, baby.
Upload and download faster.
Kissing the baby? Nice touch, Mrs. G.
When you need the fastest internet to power all your devices,
we're there. Cox High-Speed Internet. Get the best deal on the fastest speeds when you call, click, or come by today.
Come for a smoke?
Yeah. No.
You telling me you quit?
Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm trying Nicoderm CQ.
Every time you say no to a cigarette, celebrate a little win with Nicoderm CQ, the patch with smart control technology that gives you a burst of nicotine in the morning, then continues working for up to 24 hours. So you can go from one little win to another until you reach your goal. Nicoderm CQ. Quit one day at a time.
Meet the 2012 Mazda 3 sedan and 5-door. Featuring class-exclusive technology like available blind spot alert. And crafted by a team of obsessive engineers. Because to us, if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. We build Mazdas. What do you drive? Now, lease the 2012 Mazda 3 for just $228 a month.
Weekdays on 3TV, watch America's Court starting at 11, followed by We the People at noon and Dr. Phil at 1. Thanks for watching 3TV.
Good times here in the state of Arizona. Spring training. Several baseball teams will be practicing here in the Valley for a couple of months. It's a great place to be.
Oh, it's awesome. No question about it. Today, the Diamondbacks report for their first workout at Salt River Field. Yetta, she's got her bat in hand and she's ready to go.
I am ready to go, and so are a lot of people when it comes to spring training. You know, Scotty, one of the things I do best on these stories, first day stories when nobody's really here, is be a really good stalker. So I'm going to step out of the shot here and let you see that Kurt Gibson's in there. Who else, Dave?
Matt Williams, Charles Nagy, almost the whole coaching staff, Alan Trammell.
Getting their cardio on.
They get here very early, kind of inspire the players that, you know, by the time the players walk through the door, these guys have already got their workout in for the day.
Okay, let's bring you on into the shot right now because I got to introduce you. This is Dave, by the way. He is the GM of Salt River Fields. Very cool job.
Thank you. Yeah, it is a dream job. I love it.
Okay, so tell us who is officially reporting for spring training. Is it workouts?
Yeah, today's the first official workout. We have the pitchers and catchers here today.
Okay.
But the D-backs do have a lot of position players, too, who are not required to report until next week. But because the hometown team, the hometown market, we've had a lot of guys here on a daily basis working out, getting ready. They're excited and they're pumped up.
Yeah, and what exactly are they going to be doing today?
They'll be stretching out in this field right behind us, so the fans can kind of walk up and kind of watch the guys stretch out, do their agility work out there. Then the pitchers and catchers will throw in the bullpen right next to us here.
Okay.
Fans can walk up the D-backs ramp, look down and watch that a little bit. There may be some guys in the cages. Fans can watch the guys hitting the cages from that same ramp.
And what have you guys done here at Salt River Fields to get ready just for this? Because spring training's not today, but it's starting pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, actually, it does start today with the workout. So, you know, we overseeded the fields. We've taken care of them, manicured them, getting them ready. They got to be major league ready starting today, and they are. So we're all set.
As far as the fans, because I know they officially start at 1 o'clock, do you have any etiquette suggestions, advice for fans as they come out here, as they are very excited for spring training this season?
Yeah, they are. And being President's Day, we imagine there'll be a lot of school kids with their moms and dads here today. So when they come out, you know, we just hope they have a good time. They get close to the players. Enjoy the interaction with the players. D-backs players are great with interacting with the fans. And then if they are asking for an autograph, just be polite, be patient, because the guys are doing their work here. But I think our guys are happy to, you know, interact with the fans all the time.
And that's the best part of spring training. Now, if I were to walk in right now and talk to those guys, would they be mad at me?
Kirk Gibson would make you do some laps. I know that.
In that case, I will stay out here. Thank you very much, Dave Dunn. All right, spring training officially begins today. We are live out here all morning at Salt River Fields. There's another look, guys.
I love that you say you're stalking them and you don't really know necessarily who their names are. You're a great stalker, Yetta.
I know that they are people that we need to have cameras on. That's all.
They're very important people.
Yeah, you got that one nailed down. Yetta, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, it's 6:45. Do you have friends who maybe are flying into for spring training, or maybe they're flying out after the holiday weekend here? Good morning, Tempe. I pulled up this camera for two different reasons. First of all, that's Sky Harbor in the back. No problems at Sky Harbor, but the FAA is reporting an hour-long delay out of San Francisco. Our roadways, no delays whatsoever. We're looking at, so far, holiday light. Hi, April.
Hi, good morning, Gina. All right, well, speaking of the holiday, I'm wondering if there's anybody who is maybe going to head up and do some skiing today. Well, the timing could not be better because we've got lots of sunshine and some fresh snow. Let's start, in fact, with your ski report. Snowball has got 9 inches of new snow. Now, before you might have heard me mention that Flagstaff got less than an inch over the weekend, so there's some fresh snow there too, but this ski resort did a whole lot better, and that's great news. They're up to a base now of 47 degrees. If you're headed up either today or tomorrow, sunshine but cold, highs only in the 30s, and that's the same forecast for sunrise if you're headed east. This resort in the White Mountains only got 3 inches of new snow, but overall this winter they've done a bit better. They have a base of 61 inches. Again, sunny but cold. Highs in the 30s. Light winds, though, that's the good news. Today here in the valley, 63 by lunchtime. An afternoon high eventually of 70 degrees and mostly sunny. Right now we're starting off at 40 in Tucson, 23 at Show Low, and 45 at Lake Havasu. 19 degrees current temperature in Flagstaff. Yikes, that's cold. 24 at Prescott and 17 at Winslow. Across the valley, mainly in the 40s. We do have an upper 30 in Mesa. You're waking up to 39 degrees. 42 at Scottsdale and 43 at Glendale. 50 right now downtown. Satellite and radar here shows that storm system pushing away from us. No more rain or snow in the forecast for Arizona today. And the next storm system, although it looks like it's going to take aim at Arizona, it's actually going to drop a little further to the south before pushing east. And that means that we'll get a little bit of cloud cover, but probably not any new rain or snow. So today, mostly sunny skies across the state. Some of these high clouds will start to move in a little bit later in the afternoon and evening hours. During the afternoon, though, highs that are a little bit warmer in the deserts of the state. Still up north, pretty cold. 39 the high at Grand Canyon and Flagstaff. 38 today at Winslow and 42 for Show Low. But low 50s for Prescott and Payson and low 70s in the deserts, including right at 70 degrees here in the valley. Mostly sunny today. As I mentioned, partly cloudy by this evening, and that will keep those overnight temperatures up just a degree or two. Low of about 48 in town. Outlying areas, you can look for some low 40s, maybe a few upper 30s on the board as well. Tomorrow, a bit warmer, 73 degrees. We'll start out the day off partly sunny with some of those clouds that we're talking about moving in overnight, but by the afternoon, mostly sunny for your Tuesday. Nothing but sunshine after that, and a nice warm-up coming our way. Mid-70s by the middle of this week, even some upper 70s possible as we head into next weekend.
CNN headlines on this Monday morning. President Obama's national security advisor is in Israel today. He is telling Israeli leaders that it's too soon for military action against Iran. Yesterday, National Security Advisor Tom Donilon told Israeli leaders sanctions are starting to work, but the Israelis say Iran remains determined to strike Israel, and a preemptive military strike by Israel may become necessary. But the Pentagon says Iran's nuclear facilities are buried deep underground, so a military strike might set back Iran's nuclear program for a year or two, but not destroy it. The first phase of fuel removal from that crashed cruise ship, the Costa Concordia, was completed last night off the coast of Italy. The Italian Civil Protection Agency says the tanks in the front part of the ship have been completely emptied, removing about 2/3 of the ship's fuel. It had about 500,000 gallons of fuel when it crashed into that reef near Tuscan Island in January. Plans to remove fuel from the less accessible tanks may be delayed today because of choppy water. Well, dozens are dead south of the border in Mexico after a prison riot. At least 44 people were killed at a prison in Apodaca, south of Texas. Officials say inmates took a guard hostage and set mattresses on fire. The prison's director and several guards are being questioned, and there are concerns the riot may have been a cover for an escape. And in Sweden, police say a 44-year-old man survived 2 months trapped in his snow-covered car, eating only snow. Can you imagine? Snowmobilers found the man by accident and thought that it was only a wrecked car until they saw movement inside the car. One Swedish doctor believes the man may have hibernated due to the extreme cold weather, helping him to survive, I guess kind of like a bear would do. He was taken to the nearby hospital and is expected to fully recover.
That is absolutely incredible,
I've never heard anything
right?
like that before.
Talk
2
about
months.
the will to survive and live.
I'm telling you.
Well, coming up next, we're talking about Fat Tuesday because it is tomorrow.
We're going to show you how one former Arizona lawmaker celebrated a little early.
And then we also have a look at entertainment headlines for you, including what reigned supreme at the box office over the weekend.
Romney, Santorum, Gingrich, Hall, the GOP challengers for the White House make their case here in Arizona. And you can see it Wednesday night live on 3TV or watch it wherever you are with the 3TV News app and streaming live on azfamily.com. 3TV's Vote 2012. Our commitment to keeping you informed about the candidates and issues that matter to you. Live coverage begins Wednesday night at 4:30 on Good Evening Arizona, followed by the GOP presidential debate live at 6 p.m. on 3TV.
Good Morning Arizona is brought to you by McDonald's.
These obstacles are a challenge for any driver. But for the driver of a Lexus IS 250, the real challenge is doing it backwards. This is class-leading turning radius. This is precision you can feel. This is the Lexus IS. Lease the 2012 IS 250 for $349 a month for 36 months, with $39.99 due at signing. See your Lexus dealer.
60 years ago, my father started his business with a simple promise: to help his neighbors live better. And we've never forgotten that promise. At Hobica Services, we don't take care of heating and cooling equipment. We take care of families. And families in the Valley have trusted us with their comfort for 3 generations. You know our jingle, now get to know us. Family owned and operated Hobica Services.
Get a complete AC tune-up for just $3. But hurry, this offer ends Wednesday.
Like a Hobica.
This President's Day, no matter what side you're on, we all agree on one thing: low prices at Sands Chevy. New Chevy Cruze, $13,995. Or drive for just $119 per month. New Chevy Malibus, $15,999. Or drive for only $189 a month. This President's Day, we all agree at least on one thing: Sands Chevy. Now through Monday, so hurry to Sands.
Hi, I'm Amy Van Dyken.
And I'm Danny White.
Swimming and competing in the games at the highest level really took a toll on my body. I'm talking about pain from my head to my toes.
Amy, let me tell you something about pain. Competing 13 years in the NFL can be painful, especially when a linebacker comes crashing down on you.
Thanks to AZ Pain Centers, we're both now pain-free.
The doctors at AZ Pain Centers took the time to determine the root cause of our pain.
And made a commitment to get us pain-free. Call AZ Pain Centers at 480-821-PAIN or go to azpaincenters.com.
If they can help us,
they can help you.
Party rock! Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Every day I'm shuffling.
It's 6:53 and breaking news here on the regarding a light rail accident and a car. This is near I-10 in Washington here, and I don't know the details as to how it happened, but you can see the emergency crews that are out there on the scene. Some good news from this scene. We're hearing that we don't have any serious injuries, but once again near I-10 in Washington, light rail accident involving a light rail train there and another vehicle.
Almost 6:54 Arizona, and it was a close one at the box office over the weekend. Action, though, seemed to win. No one could stop Denzel Washington and Ryan Reynolds in Safe House. Scotty, you loved this one, didn't you? Great movie. Okay. The thriller took in an estimated $24 million. In second place, The Vow. And despite the fact Valentine's Day is come and gone, this romantic drama earned $23.6 million. The Vow has now made more than The Notebook did back in 2004. Third place went to a new movie for the weekend, Ghost Rider's Spirit of Vengeance. The sequel, starring Nicolas Cage, rode to a mild $22 million, lower than the original Ghost Rider's debut. And here's a look at the rest of the best over the weekend. Journey 2 picked up $20 million in its second week out, and another new flick, This Means War, finished in 5th place. Well, Lindsay Lohan is at least lately, known more for her legal woes than her acting, right? But she will soon hit the stage of Saturday Night Live. The show's producers announced this on Twitter. She will host the show March 3rd. This will be her 4th time on the program and her first since 2006. Jack White will be the musical guest, and apparently it was not her agent who made the phone call to Lorne Michaels. She actually made the call asking him to give her a shot. Of course, the answer was yes. Well, fans of Stephen Colbert, you can get ready for some new comedy. The comedian is back in the chair tonight to resume taping of his late-night sketch show. He had abruptly halted production of The Colbert Report last Wednesday so he could be with his ailing 91-year-old mother. Well, Friday, he tweeted a message to fans saying, "Thanks for your concerns." And SNL alum Will Ferrell took over the Big Easy over the weekend, serving as King of the Bacchus Mardi Gras Parade. Just love this guy. He wore the crown well, didn't he? And of course, the crowd loved it. The actor had no problem reigning as Bacchus, throwing lots of gifts to adoring fans.
Who else,
so
right?
Funny. He's perfect for that.
Yes, he is. Hey, former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords getting in on the Mardi Gras fun. She and her husband Mark Kelly attended the annual Mardi Gras Gala last night in Galveston, Texas. They received a standing O when they were introduced to the crowd of nearly 1,200 people, and the salute benefits the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston. So nice to see them out having fun like that. Still to come on Good Morning Arizona, everybody's favorite news segments, your moment of Lynn. See how the Knicks phenom wowed the crowd last night.
Oh, he's been amazing to watch. And then the newspaper reporter who broke the story about Pinal County Sheriff Paul Babbieu joins us with the latest on her investigation. Hopefully you'll chime in and give us your questions on our Facebook page.